Hi, I'm Gabriela DeSouza, the Consumer Horticulture Agent with New Hanover County Extension. If you've driven by the New Hanover County Arboretum lately, you might have noticed the Magnolias putting on a show. These deciduous magnolias do something this time of year that stops people in their tracks. They bloom before a single leaf on the branch opens. Blooming ahead of the foliage is a strategy. The flowers are fully exposed, nothing competing with them visually, which makes them considerably easier for early pollinators to find. And we have a few worth highlighting right now. Magnolia Genie opens from nearly black, red buds into a deep maroon purple flower. One of the darkest colors you'll find in the genus. It stays compact, 10 to 13 feet, which makes it manageable for a residential garden. It's also a repeat bloomer, which is unusual. Magnolia Daybreak is a different look entirely. Large rose pink to salmon flowers open 10 inches across on a narrowly columnar tree. It blooms late enough in the season to regularly dodge frost damage, which is one of the reasons it gets recommended here. Magnolia Judy Zook is one of the most distinctive things in bloom right now at the Arboretum. The flowers are yellow, and if you look closely, you can see new leaves beginning to emerge behind them. The color caught breeders' attention for decades, and Judy Zook is one of the better results that work. And then there's Magnolia Mercury, an upright tree with large lavender pink flowers, good fragrance, and a bloom time that runs notably later than most saucer-type magnolias. And you can see a specimen in our newly planted horticultural showcase garden, which highlights plants bred specifically for this region's climate. For more information and answers to your gardening questions, come visit us at the New Hanover County Cooperative Extension Plant Clinic. We're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Keep gardening, Cape Fear.